Okay, guys, welcome to the Team Fit and Natural call. Today is Wednesday, February 10th. And the first reminder that I have for you all is that the challenge group is starting on Monday, the 15th. So please make sure that you have signed up in the coach group. I will be forming the groups tomorrow morning. If you have challengers that still need to convert to coaches, please shoot me a private message if you're still in discussion, so I can kind of build in some space if you think these people may be signing on in the next few days. That way there's not suddenly an increase of 10 people in one group that we didn't expect. So just let me know where you're at with your conversations with your challengers as far as converting to coaches. And also I posted this in the group, in the team group a few minutes ago, but as a reminder, if you or one of your coaches signs a new coach, please make sure everybody is clear on the coach onboarding process, that they're added to the team group, that they receive the welcome new coach letter, which is in the files tab of our team group, that they're tagged in the comments of the post pinned to the top of the team group, which gives them an overview of information. Those are all really important things for new coaches. What else? For, let's see, one of the big things that I also posted about this week is that I now am using the My Challenge Tracker new app, which will soon be taking the place of private Facebook groups for our challenge groups. This is a really big deal. This has been something that Beachbody has been working on for like 2 years, and we've been anxiously awaiting it. I was one of the testers of the initial app quite a while ago, and it was great because we were using it and just finding all these bugs and finding things that didn't work for us, and we gave all this feedback, and then Beachbody took the feedback and they made this app now that's a finished product. So those of us that are elite or 5-star and above have the app now, and it's really, really awesome. I think it's going to be a game changer for our group, in general for our challenge groups. So I want to just show you a quick video in case you haven't seen it yet, to see what exactly the experience will be like for your challengers when they use the app. So I'm going to share my screen quickly. Give me 1 second. Okay, here goes.
Is My Challenge Tracker. It's an app created by Team Beachbody to help keep you accountable, along with your coach, as you go through your challenge group. The app is available on both iOS and Android devices. Through this app, you can check in daily to log your workouts in Shakeology, as well as your weight and measurements, upload daily photos and notes, and communicate with your coach and your group via a Facebook-style wall. You'll receive an email from your coach with a link to download the app, or you can download the app directly at mychallengetrackerapp.com. It's important to note that you must first be invited by a coach in order to log in. Once you've downloaded the app, you can log in using your Team Beachbody account credential if you have one, and if you don't, you can create one. Once you've logged in, you'll see a welcome screen with your challenge group name as well as your coach's name. Then just click on the Get Started button. On the next few screens, you'll be asked for information that will help create your profile. If you don't want to fill these out right now, you have the option to skip and complete them later. Next, you'll be directed to the home screen. If your challenge group hasn't started yet, you'll see the group start date displayed at the top of the page. If you want to complete your profile, just click on View Checklist and add your photos, measurements, weight, and goals. You won't be able to track or log your activity until your group starts. However, you will be able to see messages from your coach, join group discussions, and change your privacy settings. Your best results will come if your coach can see all of your activity, so they can help guide and support you. So sharing details with them is truly ideal. If you want to adjust your settings, click on the 3-line icon in the upper left corner of the screen. This is also where you can view and switch between groups if you belong to more than one. Make sure to enable push notifications for activity or reminders in settings. To pick which specific notifications you want to have pushed, click on Notifications. Also, make sure you turn on reminders in the settings page. Once the challenge group starts, you can log your Shakeology or your workout from the home screen by simply clicking on the Add Shakeology or Add Workout icon. You can also add notes and photos and publish your activity to the group feed. While you can only track one workout a day, the Notes section is a great place to log any additional workouts. You can also log activity by clicking on the plus icon at the bottom of the screen. If you missed logging any of your activities, simply click on the plus icon and add it. You can either swipe your screen to the left to access previous dates, or click on the activity, click on the date in the upper right corner, and scroll on the bottom to find the date you're looking for. If you logged your Shakeology or created a workout by mistake, click the trash icon in the lower left corner. From the home screen, you can click on the calendar icon to see a monthly view of your activity and add or edit past activities. You can see your coach's latest post from the home screen. And if you want to view the entire group discussion, select the group tab at the bottom of your screen. From the group tab, you can also post a message, share a photo or a YouTube link, and you can like or comment on others' posts. At the top of the group feed, you can access the group info and files page. There you can view all participants and any files your coach may have posted for the group. Remember, you can always contact your coach directly at any time by email or by tagging them in the group feed. If you want to filter your posts, select the down arrow next to All Posts. This will give you the option to choose Coach Posts or My Posts. To track your progress, click on the person icon at the bottom of the screen. Under Progress, you can see a chart of your logged workouts and Shakeology consumption, progress photos, measurements, and weight logged by date. Under Activity, you'll see a complete list of all your activities in chronological order. To view your notifications, click on the bell icon at the bottom of the screen to see if anyone has commented or liked any of your posts. You can also get a direct message from your coach. You can change what you see here for each of your groups by clicking on the gear icon in the upper right-hand corner. When your challenge group is over, you can view your progress and add your final photo and weight. That's it. It's quick and easy to get set up. Use the My Challenge Tracker app along with your coach to help keep you accountable to help you reach your goals. Keep pushing play and enjoy.
So does that look good to everyone? Thumbs up. If you have not had to create a group yourself in Facebook for any reason, then you may not be familiar with all of the little bugs that we constantly deal with, the glitches from Facebook. Facebook does not want people to conduct business on Facebook unless they're paying for ads, via their like page. So they are constantly coming up with ways to kind of block business from happening on Facebook via personal profiles. So the fact that we have this and we'll be moving to this is just going to be amazing, and it's going to alleviate a lot of problems in the future. So that is one thing. Another big announcement is that 22-Minute Hardcore, the new Tony Horton program, is coming out on March 1st. That is very soon. That means you should be starting to hype 22-Minute Hardcore on your Facebook profile and in social media and talking about it. On Super Bowl Sunday, the workout was up for, a sneak peek was up for 24 hours on VOD. They'll put another one up soon. So as soon as it goes up, you should be trying it, take a little break from your current program, posting about it, sharing about it. That is going to be key. And if you'd like to learn more about it, the product training guide is now up in the Coach Online office. So are the talking points, and so is the FAQ. So you can get a lot of information right there. Also, I don't know if any of you have listened to the Inside Shakeology podcasts, but they're really awesome. And if you're someone who doesn't feel 100% confident talking about Shakeology, or if you'd like to be more knowledgeable, go look in the breaking news section and find the area of the Coach Online office where all the podcasts are. They're really great. Something easy to listen to while you're in the car or folding laundry. Really good information that will go a long way for you. So I definitely suggest those. So I believe those are all my announcements. I'm going to jump over to share my screen now again in one little minute.
Are you serious?
Sorry. So I can show you my little presentation.
If so, you need.
Alrighty. Share screen. All right, so I first want to start off with some recognition to again recognize our 3 top recruiters in the month of January, all on this call, Eleanor, Laura, and Maureen. You guys rock for bringing on the most new coaches last month, and we will be recognizing top recruiters every month. You know, obviously bringing new coaches onto our teams is a key aspect to growing our business and to paying it forward, so this is something to really be proud of, so congrats, ladies. And then moving on to the next one, I want to thank Rachel Rohde for being our Coach of the Week. You guys will see more Coaches of the Week going forward, not every single week. But I also want to encourage you to reach out to me via private message if you would like the opportunity to be the Coach of the Week. Something to keep in mind is that you do not need to be necessarily a leader on our team. You do not need to have a certain rank to be Coach of the Week. We all have something to share, and I will help you find information that would be valuable to the group from your story. So if you're a new coach who feels like, you know, you're just getting started, but you have a lot of excitement to share, you know, please let me know. If you are someone who's had a really amazing fitness journey, that's something also that's really important to recognize. So reach out and let me know. I would love to have different people represented for different reasons as Coach of the Week going forward. And of course, you'll also get a lot of shout outs on social media as well, which is very helpful for drawing attention to you from your personal circle. Let's see. Here is our new team cover that went up. So far, congratulations to the 2 people who have already hit February Success Club. That's Christine Licata. That's the 2nd month in a row for Christine hitting Success Club. So awesome job, Christine. And Laura Schiller, who is just steamrolling her way through Success Club points and was also the top Success Club point earner in January. So congrats, Laura. Let's see, on the way to Success Club, I'm on there chugging along with the rest of you. Bonnie with 4 points, Kara 4 points, Christy 3, Katie Schomburg 2, Amy Cuccinella 2, Maureen 2, Noelle Donahue 2, Alicia 2, my husband 1, and Jackie Craig 1. So we're on our way and we're going to get there, especially for the sake of Team Cup. What else do I want to say here? AMP, I've been posting about this. The next one will be starting the first week of March. And I really, really hope that if you are Emerald right now, or if you expect that you may be Emerald by the end of the month, which just means that you have 1 active coach in each leg, you know, one of them should and could absolutely be a family member, because that's the easiest way to kind of control your business, is to have a family member in there. That could get you Emerald. And if you've completed Coach Basics and if you hit Success Club this month, you will be eligible to apply for AMP. I'm not sure if you saw Maureen's testimonial today on video in the team group. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it. But it was an amazing explanation of what the program has done for her. And I really hope to see some new faces in the group in March. So please let me know if you're going for it, if this is something you'd like to try for, if you're gunning for it right now. Private message me, let me know. I can help you work towards being able to get into this program. So now I'm going to move on to our topic, which is how to be an effective leader. Some of you may feel like you're not yet at the leadership point, but the thing is, being a leader is such a continual process of growth. It kind of starts from the very decision that you would one day like to be a leader, which simply means what we already do as coaches, and that's empowering and inspiring others, right? We do it in our challenge groups every week, and it's just kind of extending that influence a little bit more. And as the quote says here, the role of leaders is not to get other people to follow them, but to empower others to lead. And so it's all about empowerment. So whether you're empowering your challengers, whether you're empowering the 1 coach that you have underneath you, whether you're empowering, 10 coaches underneath you, this is all going to be important information for that. And I love the quote at the bottom too. Leaders are those brave enough to go first and to make mistakes first. It's certainly a way that I've, tried to look at leadership. If I'm viewed as a leader here, I certainly have always tried to just be the first one to jump into things, the first one to try things. And if I'm the first one to fail, that's okay too, because then I'm learning for the entire team. So in our AMP program, sorry, Laura and Maureen, for the way your faces are kind of stretched. I'm really not great with slides, as you can see here. But in our AMP program, we did a little exercise where we had to take a picture of ourselves and list 5 characteristics of leadership that are kind of most important to us right now. I'm going to move our faces right here so you can see the rest of Maureen's. But I will go through why I chose my things right here, and I'm going to ask Maureen and Laura to talk quickly in a second about why they chose theirs as well, because I think we all chose some really interesting things. Let me just see what's in the chat here. Nice, Laura. Maureen looks worse. Yeah, I'm sorry. I agree with that. That's totally me. Sorry, Maureen. Okay, so starting with mine, always growing at the top is key for me, because I have felt that the more that I have kind of risen up a leadership ladder of sorts, I've needed to grow more and more. So you think that you have to grow the most in the beginning as a leader. But in the beginning, what you're really doing is just kind of gathering information. You're like a collector of information and then just trying to implement it. So that is a growth process. But then as you move up and have more experience with leadership, it's almost like your quest, for information can't be satiated, and it goes beyond information. It's more like a way of being, a way of living your life, a way of just growing every day. And so for me, I'm trying to read 2 personal development books a month. I do every possible training. I'm on every possible call with corporate, just trying to absorb everything. And so I think that that's a really important thing, to always focus on growing. Leaving my mark is key, because I feel like I'll really think, it's great that we hit elite last year, and that was a sign of really good things. But I think that will really be a team that I can be beyond proud of. Like, my dream for our team is that if I just disappeared from the face of the team, that it could run smoothly, that there would be all these other leaders who could step up and do everything the way that I could, that everything would just be kind of passed down, and it would be moving and growing whether I was there or not. So leaving my mark in that way is, my really big goal. Having faith and belief is really key to me. I've talked about this before, but like, the biggest change that I made, I feel like, in going for elite last year, was just absolutely believing I could do it and visualizing that I was already there. So working the whole year as if I were already an elite coach, and just having faith that no matter what, I was going to find a way. And that is so key for everybody, whether it's for your health and fitness journey or whether it's for your coaching journey. Having that faith and belief is just so key in getting results. Teaching duplication, like I touched on with leaving my mark. Leadership means nothing if you can't help other people do the same thing that you're doing. And so that's a really big focus for me this year. It's a really big focus of why I was part of creating the AMP program, because the other Star Diamonds and I wanted to find a way to make what we do more duplicatable to the people who really deserve to take that information and take on that role and be the next leaders of the team. And inspirational, just because, what are you as a leader if you can't inspire others to action? So that is, a big one for me. Laura, do you want to go next, since you have the prettier picture? Can you unmute yourself and then talk about why you chose your words here?
Sure. I didn't say prettier picture. I just meant mine was less stretched. And go by my picture, not by what I look like right now. I haven't slept in about 2 days, so.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. So I think some of the attributes that I think are important in a leader is optimistic. I think that I always try to be an optimistic person, and I think that it has helped me with with Beachbody, just being optimistic and realizing that a lot of times when people say no initially, it doesn't mean no forever. It could be yes in the future. And I think a lot of, the optimism, whatever. I speak to people. If I get to people and they're close and then they say no, I was speaking to Christy about this today, but I think when someone says no, but they're very close, it means that probably next month they'll join in. And I feel like that has helped me a lot with just being optimistic about it and not getting too upset about, anything that people say. And people have posted even negative things about, Beachbody, to me, and I just ignore it, and I'm optimistic, and they could unfollow me if they want, and I will be, optimistic with it. And I try to tell that to all my coaches. I try to inspire them just, so that people would want to do, exactly what I'm doing. Hopefully, is my hope, is that they, want to do something similar to what I'm doing and work the business similar to how I am. I try to be as approachable as possible with my coaches and all my challengers, and just make sure that they feel comfortable that if they have a problem or an issue, they could always contact me and come up to me, and hopefully we could work through it. Open door policy, I've learned from being an attorney, is the best way, because I've worked at a place where it was a closed door and you could barely speak to people, and that's what makes you not like doing what you're doing. So I always try to be approachable. Honesty, I think, helps, because it just shows that we all make mistakes, and I try to be honest about my mistakes and show, what has helped and what mistakes I've learned from. And I think that's where the honesty comes from. And then commitment, just to, my coaches and challengers and everyone else in the group, and just know that I'm committed to doing what I can do as much and help as much as I can.
Awesome. Great job explaining that all, and all great qualities, and just so right on, I think, for who you are as a coach too.
Thank you.
Let's see, Maureen, can we see you there? There you are. Can you unmute yourself?
Did that work?
Yes.
All right, fantastic. So hi.
Hi.
For me, the two most important words on mine are listen and learn, because honestly, from all of the leadership roles that I've had in all of the different places that I have worked, sometimes you just need to shut the hell up and listen and really hear what the other person is saying. And I think that actually brings us a really long way towards being a good leader, because you know what your team is asking for. Inspiring your team, I think, is also crucial. Lead by example. Try to encourage the exact behaviors that you're looking for in other people by living them yourself, and empowering others, so that it's one thing for me to do it myself. That's great. But what's really a mark of a good team is not just me doing it, but everybody being able to have the resources to do it. And then collaborating, which kind of gets back to that whole shut up and listen thing. I have good ideas, you have good ideas, we all have good ideas. And the best place for us to make progress is the intersection of all of those good ideas building off of each other. And so those were my words, and that's what I chose.
So awesome. Laura and Maureen, so well spoken. They didn't know I was going to ask them to do that, and look how beautifully they explained that. True leaders, obviously. And what I love about what Maureen said about the listen and learn, I think that's so key from the very first step of being a coach when you are inviting people into the challenge group, because so often, we're nervous because, I've never really done the invitation process that many times, or I'm so excited and I can't wait to tell people about it, that you just, vomit information like, I love Shakeology, I love T25, I love my group, I love my tribe, we're all so awesome. And you just kind of like throw that at people. But have you really listened to what their goals are? Have you really made a connection between their goals and what you have to offer? Have you really listened and asked questions? So that kind of leadership starts from the very beginning, which is why I love that specific quality there. So going through a few tips here, the first thing we're going to talk about is empowering versus enabling. And this is really important, Again, whether you just have one coach under you or whether you will soon have a coach under you. You don't want to leave your new coaches in the starting block. You want to take the first 30 days to really show them the ropes. And that involves just the very basic things that we started with of, send them the welcome new coach letter, find out what level of coaching when they watch the video link within the welcome new coach letter. Are they going to be a hobby coach? Are they going to be a discount coach? Are they going to be a working coach? Find that out so you can help them. Take the next 30 days for they do it and you watch and advise. You've probably heard me many times say to you, if you're my coach that I work with closely, or I've said it in our team group, please send me snippets of your conversation that you are having with the people you are inviting. Copy and paste your conversations in here. Copy and paste your invites to me, because let me watch you do it. And then I can help you tweak it. I can help you answer. I can help you take that step. And then finally, you let them do it 100% on your own. And if you don't feel confident yet taking that role of they do it and you help tweak and advise, then ask your upline to help you do that with them. It's very easy to have a three-way message and have three of you involved in crafting a conversation. So please don't hesitate to do that. Also, don't do things for your coaches and for your challengers, but rather give them directions on how to do it. And it may be a longer process when you have to just give them directions, even if you know you can do something for them in like 30 seconds. Give them the directions, because from the start, this will help them be more independent coaches, and it will show them how to be resourceful, even if it's simply just looking in the FAQ section of the Coach Online office, or going on Shakeology.com and looking under flavor and finding recipes themselves. Empower them to do it. Don't do it for them. Invite your coaches to take on roles in the challenge group and to take on roles in your team calls and your training. So, depending on what role you are, even if it's just within a challenge group and you have one challenger, encourage that person to maybe step up and share a recipe that they particularly love. Find little ways for them to experience leadership no matter what level that they are on. That is all part of empowering rather than enabling. Tip number 2, don't use cheap bait. So this was kind of an interesting point that was presented to us at the leadership conference that I went to. You want to make sure that you bait people when you're talking to people about becoming a coach with a purpose and not a paycheck. So you don't want to have your whole conversation with people about coaching be like, you are going to be able to leave your full-time job, or this is a way for you to make tons of money, or this is a way for you to cover XYZ in your life financially. That cannot be the purpose that they sign on. It could be part of their big why, but they need to connect with the mission of helping other people and inspiring others, and the purpose of continuing on with our challenge groups, and the purpose of being really proud of the products and wanting to use them. That is the way that you get people to continue on and stick with you. And you want to inspire people to create loyalty by showing them that our products and our challenge groups are like no other. And this is what will assist you in actually retaining your coaches too, because it's fairly easy to sign a coach, but to keep people happy and to keep them going forward takes a little more than just checking in with them on Saturday. You need to show them exactly what they can be proud of as a coach. You inspire your coaches to ask, who did you help today? Whether it's somebody else in the challenge group, whether their kids, were following them and they felt like they were a really good role model, whether, an emerald coach of theirs is stepping up to take on a new role. Who did they help today? So again, don't put wealth creation and the financial opportunity first when you're talking about coaching, and that is basically the tip here. Tip number 3, the 4th vital behavior that Beachbody will officially be adding is recognition. So it's, being a product of the product, it's inviting, it's doing your personal development, growing and learning, and the 4th one is recognition, and that starts from working with your challengers, through working with your coaches, through working with your team. Recognition is key. You want to make sure coaches know how good they are and how much you value them, and make sure everybody knows how much you value them. You want to put a spotlight on others. You know, you don't need to put a spotlight on yourself. You know, somebody else will do that for you if you're doing a good job. But you want to consistently make sure that you're putting a spotlight on other people, because that's the true meaning of being a leader, and that's going to help other people have the confidence to take things to the next level. You may have noticed that at the end of last month, the people who hit Success Club, that was called the Changing Lives Club, because that's really what we're doing. You know, we want to remember that Success Club, you know, we talk about points, it's exciting with Team Cup and everything, but we do not want people to be seen as points, because what we're really doing is changing lives. What's rewarded is repeated. When people feel good about what they've accomplished, again, from the challenger level up through your coaches, up through your team, they will repeat those actions that help them, you know, get the recognition and reward in the first place. Share awesome posts of your coaches on the team page. I should not be the only person recognizing people within our team group. All of you, whether it's your success partner, whether it's just one of your friends that's in the challenge group, someone who's doing a great job as a captain, one of your coaches, one of your brand new challengers who converts to a coach, recognize them right away. Find something good. Give them a shout out in the team group. If it's something that they would be comfortable with, always check first. Recognize them on social media more publicly. It is just a way to make people feel good and want to keep doing what they're doing. Saturate everything with recognition. Tip 4, be a leader of leaders. Be clear about your expectations and about what kind of leader you want to be. Just like Maureen and Laura and I just talked through, it's clear what kind of leaders we are all aiming to be, and that should be obvious. You know, it should be more than just words. Like, it should resonate to hear what kind of leader someone says they want to be. It should be through your actions. Also, you always want to make sure to focus on your business, because sometimes what happens is you have a coach, you have 2 coaches, you have 4 coaches, you have 8 coaches, and all of a sudden it can go the opposite way, right? Like, you may realize that you start spending so much time helping your coaches because you really want to help them do well, that suddenly you realize, wait a second, what about my own business? Did I add new friends on Facebook today? Did I invite? Did I follow up? Did I do my personal development? Am I hitting Success Club this month? You want to make sure to be spending 70 to 80% of your time on your business and 20 to 30% on your team and your coaches. This is also really important. The next one, don't ever expect more than you do. So it's just like being a parent, right? You know, where it's always like, you know, the thing, do what I say, not what I do kind of thing. You can't just tell people to do something and expect they're going to do it if you are not modeling that behavior. So you have to model the kind of behavior that you want in your coaches. And the thing is, if you have no working coaches right now, if you have coaches beneath you and none of them are working the business, you never know when that's going to shift, right? Maureen started as a discount coach. She's a leader on our team. Laura started as a discount coach. She's a leader on our team. Dave Atkins, my coach, you know, who was just on the National Wake Up Call this week, Elite 2 years in a row. He started as a discount coach. You never know when people are going to suddenly switch and want to dip their toe in the water. So you want to be modeling the behavior from day one, so that if they decide to take that little leap, they feel like, well, I've been seeing an excellent example of what a good coach looks like all along. So I have a pretty good idea of what a good coach looks like from the start. And this is something cool. Colorcode.com. There's also various color coding personality books, and you know, yes, it's kind of like pop psychology, but it is really helpful when you start having a larger team in learning how to best work with people, because you know, we can't change our personalities, we can't change who we are, and we may draw some very different personalities on our team. So this is a nice way to learn a better way to communicate with others. So I would check out Color Code, check out some of the color coding personality books. You know, you can I feel like these are not really ones to get on Audible, but more ones to kind of have so you can mark up and take notes. But this is something that I'm excited to do. It's something that has been taught at Summit and sessions, and I just haven't jumped into it yet, but it's something that I really would like to try this year, along with hopefully some of you. So I wanted to encourage that. And then tip 5, building your team. When you do have a new coach sign up, you want to make sure to schedule a getting started right call within the first week, within the first month is absolutely kind of the latest that it goes. And if you feel like you can't handle a getting started right call yet, then get in touch with your upline and have them do it for you. Or not do it for you, sorry, do it with you. And then if your upline isn't comfortable, reach up to the next person. Just keep reaching up. I'll do it with you if you don't have someone else to do it with you. Hold on, let me check chat. Okay. Got it. Thank you, Maureen. So with the getting started right call, you know, an easy way to just focus in is to talk about Success Club, because Success Club is simply helping 3 people. You know, so talking about the importance of that, talking about how it gets your business going, that is a key thing. So that would be an easy thing to talk about. Also finding out what are people's challenges, what are their goals, what scares them about this. That will give you kind of a quick and easy conversation to have. Also give your new coaches a few posts for them to use on Facebook to help them get started right. Sorry about the typo there. Think about the social media action items in Coach Basics if you've done Coach Basics. Like tell them, you know, the Shakeology posts, or sharing a recipe, or the importance of hydration, or, you know, sharing a sweaty pic. All those things that we gave you as social media action items, you can give as examples for your coaches to use to help them get started. And a great stat, 80% of coaches who hit Success Club in the first 3 months do not quit. When you have that strong start, it just really cements people for the long term. You know, we always say be here a year from now, and the people that hit SC right away, they'll always be the ones that are here a year from now. Lead by example. Coaches will do what you do. Encourage your coaches to sign up for Coach Basics. And also always, for you and your coaches, don't compare yourself to anyone else. You're on your own journey. No reason to ever look at anybody else's journey, and work with the willing. You know, you can't make somebody be a working coach. You can't make somebody be a leader. But if somebody gives you any sign that they want to do anything with this, those are the people that get your time. So the next thing I wanted to go over is just the leadership ladder. And if you guys have gone to the Coach Online office and looked on the home page of the coach area, you'll see the Success Club tab, which shows you how many Success Club points you have. But the other little tab there, one of them, is Leadership Ladder. And this is really something that we're going to be focusing on a lot going forward this year, because rank is merely just kind of like an entry. It's like a stepping stone. It's great to achieve any rank. It's great to be Emerald, Ruby, Diamond, you know, 2-star Diamond, whatever, but it is not the full picture. And so many times people hit a new rank and they're so psyched, you know, they're like, yeah, I'm Emerald, yeah, I'm Diamond. And then suddenly they feel like, well, what do I do now? Like, okay, I hit that rank. What do I do to actually grow my business? And so by using the leadership ladder, it really shows you what you need to do. So looking at a business starter, and these, by the way, are changed. These are updated every month. So you may have been one of these rungs in the leadership ladder and then lost it. So you want to try and keep it up. You know, this is actually more important than your rank, to kind of keep up this rung, and you will see that again on the little tab in the Coach Online office. So for commissions, you're making, you know, at least $100 a month. You've hit at least SC5 for Success Club, and you could just be on the regular coach level. So here, it's not even about rank, but you're a business starter if you're making at least $100 a month and you're hitting SC5. For team builder, you're making at least 250 a month, you hit SC5. Notice that SC is the one thing that doesn't go away. It's the thing that you have to do to grow your business. You're at least an emerald, and at least 2 of your personally sponsored coaches have at least 1 Success Club point. Because that means that not only are you, working on your business and growing your business, but you're helping others do the same. And your weak leg volume, remember how you cycle, this is a whole other topic, but when you become an emerald coach, that's when you start to make a team cycle bonus. Your strong leg is the leg that will always have more volume because it's the one where you also have coaches placed from your upline. But the weak leg is the other one that only you are responsible for building. It's only a reflection of you and your work. So having at least 200 team volume points gets you to be a team builder. So you may be an emerald and you may not have a rung on the ladder. If not, this helps you realize why. This helps you realize, why isn't my business moving forward as quickly as I would like right now? Well, it's maybe because I didn't hit Success Club this month. It's maybe because I don't have any personally sponsored coaches getting at least 1 Success Club point. Those are things that you need to look at. Team leader. I'm just going to move your faces here. Now, this is kind of interesting because I am a team leader, but look at the rank. You can be a diamond and a team leader. I'm a 5-star diamond, right? But here, this shows me, and this is exactly why the leadership ladder is so key, because it shows you where the holes are in your business. So I've got all of these things. I mean, I've got things going on further up, but what I don't have is the 5,000 in weak leg volume consistently. And this is because of the way that I was building my business last year, working towards elite and trying to meet certain requirements. So I have my business spread out in 2 business centers and also in my husband's business center. So because of that, I don't have all of my volume that I've created myself in my weak leg, which is interesting. So this year, I have a very different goal. I have a very different approach. This year, I want to build my weak leg, which might mean that my rank will change, which might mean that, I don't hit a special status this year, but that is a choice that I'm making, because now it's like, okay, I kind of did the impossible thing and went from diamond to 5-star elite last year. Now I want to focus on building my business for sustainability. I want to focus on building this for the future. I want to build my weak leg. So that's what I'm doing this year. And it's looking at the leadership ladder that tells me that that's the direction to go in. So I just hope that you guys will start to pay attention to this and really look at the markers. And within the tab on the Coach Online Office, there's a little thing at the bottom that says something like, click here for more information. It's a hyperlink. It takes you to this whole long document that really walks through each step in a much deeper way. So I would really suggest spending some time with that. And I just want to also congratulate those people who are on the leadership ladder this month. Again, this doesn't mean that there are people that have been on the leadership ladder and have fallen off. Doesn't mean you can't get right back on. But right now, Lindsay Medvin is a business starter. Laura Schiller is a team builder. Kara Weiner is a business starter. Maureen Buckley is a team builder. Christine Licata is a business starter. Rachel Rohde is a business starter. And I am a team leader. So it's great that we are on here, and I hope that we all continue to grow. And then another thing, so this was this anecdote that I'm going to mess up that they told at the leadership conference, dim rats versus bright rats, don't judge. But it's basically a story of people living up to their expectations, right? So there was like a science experiment, and the students were told by the professor that certain rats had been bred to have a higher intelligence capacity, and the other rats were bred to, have no special kind of capacity. And so they had them, going through mazes and different tests like that. And of course, the bright rats outperformed the dim rats. But then the secret was that the bright rats were not bred any differently. The only different thing, the only control that was different was what the students were told about their rats, right? They had different expectations. So that colored the way they treated the rats. And so that's why the rats performed the way they did. So don't judge, don't judge your challengers and think they'll never sign on to be a coach. Don't judge your new coaches who start off and say, I never want to work the business, and think, this person is never going to work the business, because that's not the case. Don't judge your people who are trying to be leaders but having a really, really hard time with that. Help them, because this is just one step of their leadership journey, and you can help them change their course by helping them grow. So you want to just believe in everyone. You want to give everyone the same opportunity. And you want to do that for yourself too. You don't want to prejudge yourself and your capabilities. So thank you. I'm glad you like that I'm citing the rat research. I wish I could be more specific about it, but there's all kinds of studies that have the same point. They told a whole bunch of other ones, and they even had us involved in one, and it's you get the point. What you believe colors the way you treat others, what you believe about them. So it's something that you want to be very careful of. You want to believe in everyone and give everyone the same fair shot. So that is me stepping off my soapbox now. Does anyone have any questions, comments, thoughts, anything? No? Okay. Random question. Would it be better or worse for you to have this call at 8:30 on Wednesdays rather than 9? If you would prefer 8:30, raise your hand. No? Maureen, yes? Anybody else? Would you prefer 8:30? Eleanor, it's a crappy time for you no matter what, being on Pacific Standard Time. So, okay, I think I'll probably put a little poll in the team group and see, but speak up, please, those of you on the call, and those of you that, have coaches that sometimes call in, try and find out their thoughts too. All right, thank you. It's sorry I'm so late already. I talked for a long time. I hope you guys all have a great night. Thank you so much for being on the call, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.